My name is Ash Valenti. A time I experienced community coming together to fight climate change is when community members came together to save San Marcos Foothills from a proposed development that was going to try to put 8 mansions on an area that had been long loved by the community as a place to come and hike or be a part of nature. There's a lot of Chumash folks who said that it was kind of like a sacred medicine gathering space and much more for them, and had worked for generations to stave off that development. The county at some point had decided that it was a parcel of land to sell, and it was in the hands of private ownership, but they had staved off the development, and it became but then it came up for development again, and people came together to stop it, and we found community by taking care of each other and delaying the process of the construction while lawyers and nonprofits worked together to come up with a deal, and eventually they came up with a deal to buy it back, and then people fundraised to buy it back, and now there's restoration projects, and there's grazing projects. There's a lot of invasive species there as well. So another part of experiencing community for me is with the plant community. When there's a diversity of native plants, and that helps support the health of the land and the health of all of the creatures that live there, that use those plants as a source of food and shelter and habitat. And it's really beautiful to see that all come together. There are parts of the foothills where there is a very integrated, biodiverse mix of native plants, and then there's areas that are completely taken over by invasive fennel, and mustard is actually the big one there. Mustard, and there's a few others too, but the mustard really is a big problem. It was planted by the Spanish settlers who thought or colonizers who said, like, oh, we're gonna light our path home with the yellow flowers, but it was very very invasive. It takes over and it dries out, and it becomes fuel for wildfires. It burns too hot. So I really like to see it when they use the natural methods to try to restore the native plants, and it's a really special thing when Chumash folks are sharing with someone like me who's technically like a settler as well, or descendant of them, and they're sharing, these are our plant community, these are our these are like our family, and they're sharing, this is the Chumash name for this plant, and this is how we use it, and this is why we need to protect it, and having that community come together to support that is really beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing, Ash. That was an incredible story, and thank you for all that you did and helped with the community efforts to save the San Marcos Foothills. I remember that movement, and it must be really powerful, knowing that you were kind of out there with the community, and just seeing all the community gathering as well. That's really
yeah. And it started as a protest movement, and then it became a thing where a lot of official things started to buy into it. The more they saw that the support was building, it no longer became something that was suppressed by the police, which it was at first. There were arrests at the beginning, but then it started, the tables started to turn, and then by the end of it, Santa Barbara County gave $2 million for it and put their rubber stamp of approval. So it's really interesting how when enough people speak up for something, it changes to like destigmatizing resistance and like stigmatizing destruction.
Definitely. Yeah, really shows the power of community and like community organizing. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Would you like to add anything else? Or great.
Yay community, yay native plants, yay solidarity with native peoples and their ideally more allowing their leadership and ability to gather their sacred medicine and have more autonomy over how things are done. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Ash, for your time. Really appreciate it, and I look forward to sharing your story out to the CEC and for YouTube. Okay.
We have all received a gift, an expected or anticipated gift for a birthday, anniversary, retirement. Each time we receive that gift, whether it meets our expectation, we feel something. Happy, sad, disappointed. The gifts that are unexpected, unconditional, small or large, have the potential of changing the trajectory of a life. Someone pays for your groceries when you're out of money, leaves you a big tip just when you think you can't afford your rent. Those are the gifts that ease our fears, make us grateful, and want to help others. This is a space where we share how those gifts, big or small, make a difference and change our lives. Welcome to the Starfish Connection.